Picture the Sahara Desert, a vast, sun-scorched sea of sand, seemingly impassable. Yet for centuries, it was a bridge, not a barrier, a highway of commerce and ideas. Camels, the ships of the desert, carried salt, gold, and more across this expanse, forming the lifeblood of the region. Caravans, sometimes hundreds strong, moved in slow lines, guided by stars and ancient knowledge. Salt from desert mines was so valuable, it was traded for its weight in gold. Goods from the north, cloth, books, beads, met gold, ivory, and cola nuts from the south. This trans-Saharan trade network connected distant worlds, sparking a vibrant exchange of goods, cultures, and beliefs. The journey was perilous, scorching heat, scarce water, and the threat of raiders. Yet the rewards were immense, and merchants became skilled navigators and negotiators, weaving together Africa's diverse societies. But these caravans carried more than goods. They carried ideas. Many merchants were Arabs and Berbers, followers of Islam, who lived their faith as they traveled. At oases and market towns they prayed, traded, and shared their beliefs. This marked the quiet beginning of Islam's journey into the heart of West Africa. At the center of these trade routes lies present-day Niger, a landlocked nation, but once a strategic crossroads. Caravans from Morocco and Libya passed through here to reach the wealthy kingdoms of West Africa. This region became a vital meeting point where desert met savanna, and cultures mixed. Powerful kingdoms like Kanem-Bornu and the Hausa States controlled these routes, taxing caravans and offering protection. Their rulers built walled cities like Agadez, bustling with commerce and diversity. Markets buzzed with goods from Venice, the Middle East, and the African interior. This was a globalized world before the term existed. The crossroads brought not just wealth, but a melting pot of ideas. Merchants introduced their culture, writing, and religion, Islam. Local rulers saw the benefits of literacy, law, and a faith that connected them to a vast community. Islam began to take root here, not by force, but through fascination and mutual benefit. Islam's story in Niger is not one of conquest, but of peaceful exchange. The faith spread gradually, carried by merchants along the same routes as salt and gold. Traders' daily practices, prayer, fasting, honesty, were observed by locals. Rulers of Kanem-Bornu and the Hausa States saw practical advantages in adopting Islam: trust with traders, a shared legal system, and literacy in Arabic. When a king converted, his court and people often followed, making Islam a mark of prestige. Yet Islam blended with traditional beliefs. People might pray in mosques and still consult local spiritual leaders. This created a unique West African form of the faith. Islam spread through three main pathways: trade, leadership, and education. Traders brought the faith, leaders encouraged it, and scholars established schools. The result was a slow, organic growth, Islam taking root like a tree in fertile soil. It became a deep and lasting part of society. East of Niger, the Kanem-Bornu Kingdom rose around Lake Chad, dominating trade for centuries. Its rulers, starting with Mai Humay in the 11th century, embraced Islam, forging ties with the Muslim world. This royal conversion brought prestige, diplomatic connections, and access to Arabic learning. Kings like Mai Idris Aluma made Islam central to governance, building mosques, replacing traditional courts, and making pilgrimages to Mecca. Kanem-Bornu became a center of Islamic civilization, its scholars renowned across Africa. The kingdom's embrace of Islam ensured the faith became deeply rooted in the region. Its influence spread with its expansion, shaping the religious landscape of eastern Niger. Islam was no passing trend. It became the foundation of society. To the west, the Hausa States, like Kano and Katsina, emerged as major commercial hubs. Linked by language and trade, these city-states thrived on the trans-Saharan routes. Islam arrived here in the 14th century, brought by merchants and scholars from Mali and North Africa. Rulers and merchants adopted Islam for its political and economic advantages, facilitating trade and administration. The king of Kano, Yaji I, built mosques and appointed Islamic officials, marking a turning point. Islam coexisted with traditional beliefs, creating a unique Hausa Islamic culture. Over time, Islam became central to Hausa identity, and their cities became centers of learning and commerce. The Hausa language absorbed Arabic words and was written in Ajami script. Through trade, the Hausa spread Islam further across West Africa. The spread of Islam in Niger was shaped by dedicated Islamic scholars, ulama and malams. These teachers traveled widely, bringing books and knowledge from places like Timbuktu and Cairo. They established schools, often simple gatherings under trees or in mosque courtyards, where children learned to recite the Quran. Advanced students studied Arabic, law, theology, and even astronomy. These centers of learning created a class of educated imams, judges, and administrators. Literacy spread, justice systems improved, and diverse groups united under a shared faith. The scholars' work ensured Islam became a living intellectual tradition, deeply rooted in Nigerian society. Their legacy endures in the region's commitment to education and faith. In every town and village, the mosque was the heart of the community. More than a place of prayer, it structured daily life and symbolized the community's embrace of Islam. Built from mud brick, mosques like Agadez's Grand Mosque became architectural icons. Mosques served as schools, community centers, and courts, places for learning, justice, and gathering. They reinforced social bonds and anchored Islam in everyday life. From grand city mosques to rural prayer spaces, these buildings made faith visible and central. The mosque was the living room of the community, a place of peace, learning, and togetherness. Through the centuries, it sustained and strengthened the faith. Today, Niger is overwhelmingly Muslim, over 98% of the population. The call to prayer still shapes daily life, and Islamic festivals are celebrated nationwide. The legacy of Kanem-Bornu and the Hausa States endures in language, architecture, and tradition. Ancient cities like Agadez and Zinder stand as living museums of this rich history. Islamic scholars and Quranic schools remain vital, guiding communities and preserving faith. Sufi brotherhoods add a mystical dimension to Nigerian Islam. Islam in Niger is a testament to peaceful spread through trade, learning, and adaptation. From ancient caravans to modern cities, Islam continues to shape Niger's identity and spirit. As we conclude our journey through the desert kingdoms and the spread of Islam in Niger, we invite you to reflect on the enduring legacy of faith and culture. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share to support our channel. Join us for more stories from history and beyond.